right around the end of the Obama administration, Jon Stewart kind of disappeared and you didn't hear anything from him. Well, he has resurfaced. He showed up in Washington, D.C. the other day, looking like a guy who lives in the men's room at your public library, kind of eating imaginary insects out of the air. And he was there to get, for some reason, into a shouting match with a senior editor at Human Events called Jack Posobiec. It was all on tape. You should watch this. What's really the most interesting part of it is not the policy debate, but Jon Stewart himself. He's totally unrecognizable. He looks demented, but you judge for yourself. Here it is.
Because you're
Look them in the face. Look at them in
You're
the
a
face.
troll.
I want the bill
You're
passed.
not in good faith.
I'm for the bill.
You're not in good faith.
So what's the problem? What are
My
you trying to
question,
do here?
my question
What is
is,
your question?
What are you trying
John,
to do here?
What?
why is John, I'm not even against you guys.
What are you
Then
trying
why
to do?
What are you
John
doing?
is-
That's Jon Stewart, the famous Jon Stewart. He looks like a homeless mental patient. He's shrieking and disheveled and very short, really short, too short to date. Was he always that short? What happened? Where's he been the last 7 years? If you know, let us know. We want answers.
Look, it's a deeply weird monologue from Tucker Carlson. Like trying to convince his audience to not want to have sex with Jon Stewart is a weird path to take. I thought Jon Stewart looked perfectly fine in that clip. I don't even understand what Tucker Carlson is supposed to be talking about. What I do understand though is why he's doing this. Tucker Carlson was part of the movement that tried to kill the burn pit legislation. They thought that they were being clever, that they were playing a little trick, and they ended up looking horrible. The guy in the video, Jack Posobiec or whatever, looked horrible. He kept trying to assure the veterans that were with Jon Stewart, no, I'm not against you, except that you'll notice that the veterans were with Jon Stewart. The veterans are with Jon Stewart, not with the Jack guy and not with Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson looks terrible there. He doesn't like that someone who had a show like his can use their platform to accomplish real good. That doesn't benefit them. It's not about his taxes. It's about making sure that other people get the health care that they need and that they're owed by their country. He is making everyone else with a massive platform that does active evil with that platform look terrible. And so Tucker Carlson has to distract from that, literally saying the interesting part isn't the substance, it's how he looks. That's what he wants you to think, but he knows how bad the right looks coming out of this situation.
I will add to that. It's something that's the actual reason why he's mad at Jon Stewart. It's personal. Tucker Carlson was on Crossfire. He got punked by Jon Stewart on Crossfire, and I'm putting in the Twitch chat, and we'll put it in the link. The moment Tucker Carlson became a villain, Jon Stewart called him out for the exact grandstanding that he ends up doing on his show. Tucker Carlson lost that job. He lost a development deal at MSNBC. He lost a bunch, and he lost the spotlight. Tucker lost the spotlight, and then as a result, leaned so far into the only way he could get back on TV, and it's by being the scum-sucking white supremacist douchebag who can't have opposing voices on his show at all. That's the only way he can win. And I did a video on it. It's called "The Moment Tucker Carlson Became a Villain." You should watch it on Rebel HQ.
Yeah, everyone definitely go take a look at that. Yeah, it's just pure jealousy and anger, and he's talking about Jon Stewart shrieking. Have you heard Tucker Carlson laugh? Seriously. Anyway, that's my garbage person. But many of you voted. In fact, as of right now, 40,000 of you voted. If you're a community garbage person of the week, and coming in number 5 with 1% of the vote is Eric. Whichever Eric wins, that's the one I meant. I love that inclusion. Great work there. Number 4 with 5% of the vote is the Airbnb hosts of the Slave Cabin. Jesus. Number 3 coming in with 25% of the vote is Ted Cruz for fist bumping after not passing the Pact Act. That was what we were just talking about before. Number 2 with 31% of the vote is Alex Jones. No explanation needed. I get what you're going with that. But coming in number 1 is with 37% of the vote, your community garbage person of the week is Trump for burying his wife on a golf course, potentially for tax purposes. Isn't that fun and not at all creepy? For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.